Hey guys, what is going on? This is NGS and it's time for another long-awaited Blu-ray update. Two things. First and foremost, since it's a beautiful day outside, I decided to record over here. Unfortunately, it's freaking hot as hell. It's in the high 80s right now, so oh man, the sun's gonna be down on my back and it's not gonna be fun. Not gonna be fun entirely. And the second thing is, as you guys can tell, I have gotten better when it comes to doing these updates. They're not as frequent as they were before, so I'm avoiding these deals, guys. It's really been hard. It's been crazy, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So first off, let's start off with some things that I picked up at Target. We have Schindlers List. This is the 20th anniversary limited edition Blu-ray, and I go way back with this movie. I remember I first saw it in, I think, 9th or 10th grade. It was a global history class, and you know, whenever they're showing, well, they're talking about things regarding World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, they always put a movie on to further illustrate their talking points, and they showed this one, and this was definitely one of the greats. It's a very powerful and emotional movie. It's what really made me a fan of Liam Neeson about, I don't know, 18, 17, 16 years after this movie came out. I'm like, wow, I like that guy. And it's definitely one of Spielberg's best, in my honest opinion. Spielberg does a lot of great movies, some not so good, but this is definitely one of his better ones. It's a really, really long movie, about 3.5 hours, but it just flows by. And it catches you with the feels towards the very end. I picked this up for $14.99, and it's not that bad considering it's in a fancy limited edition packaging. So, Schindler's List. Next up, we have Gone Girl. This was actually a blind buy. You guys know I don't do too many blind buys when it comes for, well, anything, mainly because I don't know what I'm getting into, but I heard nothing but great things about this movie, and it's directed by one of my favorite directors in the game, David Fincher. You know, he's made a lot of great movies in the past. One of my personal favorites in recent years, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So, you know, I was skeptical, but I went into this with pretty moderate expectations, and my God, I was blown away. This is a fantastic movie, one of the best from 2014. My only regret was that I didn't watch it sooner. I really wish I got a chance to see this movie in theaters, and it's fantastic. I recommend everybody check it out. I don't want to say why, because it's just, you start talking about Gone Girl and then you bleed into spoilers, because if I were to like try to explain to you the premise of it, it's gonna sound boring and cliche. It's when you get further involved in the movie that it gets really insane, intense, crazy, gripping. So if you have a Redbox nearby, definitely check out this movie. But it's not even that expensive on Blu-ray. I've seen this go for 15 bucks for the Blu-ray packaging, and the Blu-ray is, well, basically a limited edition packaging. So yeah, Gone Girl. Definitely worth the hype. Okay, this one was another blind buy. Oh, look at that, wow. This is the Grand Budapest Hotel. Now, the only reason I picked this up was because around the time of the Academy Awards, you know how they have like all the movies that have been released on Blu-ray in a special section? That's what Best Buy did, and they had this there for $5.99. I was kind of freaked out. I'm like, why is a movie that just came out a couple months ago that cheap? And I'm like, oh yeah, nominations, that's why. So they had this movie there. Again, didn't know what to expect going into it, but again, $6. That's cheaper than a meal at a crappy fast food joint. So I picked it up, watched it, and fell in love with it. I love the Grand Budapest Hotel. It is so hilarious, and it's quirky style of humor. It's not humor that you'd expect going into a comedy movie. I mean, some of the funniest things in this movie are things that wouldn't expect you to laugh. Either that, or it's a different brand of humor than most are expecting. But it's great. I definitely loved it. Not my favorite movie from last year, but it's definitely up there in the top 10. So the Grand Budapest Hotel, definitely check it out if you haven't got the chance. Ray Fiennes is fantastic in it. Okay, most of them here I have picked up from Best Buy, because you guys know I'm a Best Buy Rewards member. You get a bunch of points and incentives when you buy from there. This one is a sequel to one of my favorite movies from 2011. It took a while for the sequel to come out. I was just counting down the days, and I didn't even see it in theaters. We have Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and as you can see, I still have the stickers all around it. I just haven't gotten the chance to take it off yet. But yeah, sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and you know, I really did enjoy Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and what I also do enjoy is when fire trucks aren't blaring at like noon going around the damn neighborhood, but hey, they gotta do what they gotta do. Protect the people, save lives. So, we're just gonna hold off. Because I've had that fight, trying to talk over police sirens and fire trucks, and it's not a fight that normal mortals can win. So, let's resume. So, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Really? Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I wanted to see this movie for the longest, but I couldn't justify buying it for a new release price. For whatever reason, both Best Buy and Amazon had this for $10. So I'm just like, alright, fine, fuck it, I'll do it. Picked it up, and whew, I will just say this. Andy Serkis, his performance as Caesar, beats out about 75 to 80% of the past few performances that people have gotten nominated for. Andy Serkis playing a damn monkey was so powerful. He brought so much to the role. A role that he barely spoke. And yet I felt for him. He resonated with me. And it's a great movie nonetheless. Now it is rather predictable in a lot of cases. I don't really consider these reboots of the franchise because they're more like reimaginings. They're taking things that happened in the older Planet of the Apes movies and kind of twisting and turning them around and adding new things. So I don't want to say it's a complete reboot, but it's a different take on it, but still incorporating stuff that happened in the past. So when you see certain things, you're like, oh, that was kind of cool. So yeah, this is definitely a must-see for the acting alone on the part of the apes. It's so seamless and it feels so genuine. The visual effects in this are also top-notch. I mean, I think the only other movie that I saw even better visual effects than this was Amazing Spider-Man 2. That CGI was incredible. But this is up there, and it's definitely worth the watch. Now, it kind of sucks that we gotta wait another couple years for the third movie, but hey, I digress. It's a good movie nonetheless. Okay, time for another blind buy. I got this one on a recommendation from my very good friend Pathageo Freed, and the reason why I picked this up, I don't normally watch too many movies starring Brad Pitt. I mean, I have a couple in my collection, but he's not one of my more... Well, he's not an actor whose movies I covet to pick up. You know, I have a couple of things that he's been in that star other people I like Fight Club, stars Edward Norton, directed by David Fincher. But this movie in particular, now, Danny's in the same camp. He doesn't really like Brad Pitt too much. But when he said that this is one of Brad Pitt's best performances, not on the level of Brad Pitt, but as an actor in general, I kind of bit. I bit at it. So I'm like, all right, cool. This was on sale, Best Buy, for $14.99. We have David Ayer's Fury. Also, another reason why I picked up this movie is because it stars someone whose work I wanted to get more familiar with, considering that he may have had a chance in playing a particular Marvel character, and that's Logan Lerman. Now, I will just say this. This is one of the best ensemble casts I have seen in a movie in about a decade. One of the best. This is about as real as it gets when it comes to depicting war on screen. The things that happen in this movie, they do not pull any punches. All this stuff is genuine and legit, and there are moments where I didn't get sick, but I kind of felt like, man, this is too much for me, especially in the final like half hour of the movie. But this is worth the buy. This is worth checking out. It is so good. It is so good, and everybody's performance is rock solid. Logan Lerman, a dude who I think has done only okay work in the past, plays, you know, the eyes windows to war character. You know, he's our, you know, eyes on the field as an average person would be in war. He did a fantastic job in this. So this is where I really got my full support for him playing Peter Parker if Marvel ever did cast him. But unfortunately, you know, they're not going that route anymore. They want to go with 8-year-olds. So, you know, definitely worth watching nonetheless. Now on to, again, another blind buy. Wow, this is the biggest update of blind buys that I've ever had. Another movie for 2014 I've heard nothing but hype for nonetheless. This comes from a recommendation from my very close friend from back in the days of Ace of Saiyans, Mystic Gohan Sucks. John, if you're watching this, the movie Whiplash. Picked this up basically on release, I think a day afterwards, and I gotta say, this is my movie from last year. This is my favorite movie from 2014, and y'all need to watch it right now. I'm not gonna tell you anything about this movie except that it stars J.K. motherfucking Simmons, and he's a boss in it. It also stars Miles Teller in this as well, and he does great. Kind of sad that he's gonna be in the Fantastic Four because we've seen how far he's fallen, but yeah. All these Academy Award nominations, definitely worth it. Check out Whiplash. I'm not gonna say anything else, just watch it. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. That's it. Okay, now we're on to the final two. Time for some old classics. We have the Ghostbusters Collection featuring both Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2. Best Buy had this on sale for $9.99, and me being a Ghostbusters fan, I would not pass this up. I was toiling in the past about which version I wanted to buy. Did I want to buy the regular Blu-ray, or did I want to buy both of them individually? But, dude, both of them in one set, digibook packaging, and mastered in 4K. Whenever I get a 4K TV, I couldn't pass it up. For 10 bucks, getting some really awesome movies. First, Ghostbusters is obviously an instant classic. The second one was not too bad. It wasn't great by any means, but it's still a decent watch, and it's definitely going to be better than whatever the heck they're going to be chunking out now with the reboot thing they got going on. Ugh. But yeah, the Ghostbusters Collection. You can definitely see this. I think it's on Best Buy and Amazon for dirt cheap, like 10 to 15 bucks. It's worth picking up if you're a Ghostbusters fan. And on to the final Blu-ray pickup while I drop it on the floor. That's amazing. That shows my love for this set, considering this is one of the like premier sets in the collection. Without further ado, no nonsense whatsoever. The final set is Indiana Jones, the complete collection on Blu-ray. This comes with the first 3 Indiana Jones movies. So you've got Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, and wait, hold up one sec. I think it actually comes with, includes bonus movie, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. They made a 4th Indiana Jones movie? Man, that must be some like direct-to-DVD shit going on here. But yeah, so you got the first 3 movies, and then you got a 4th movie included. That's awesome, you know, I don't feel bad about spending the money for the first 3 movies because it came with a 4th for free. And y'all can tell I'm just fucking with you. I bought this just for the 3 movies. I'm not touching Kingdom of the Crystal Skull ever again. I watched it once, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. Watched it again, I'm like, what the fuck happened? Yeah, exactly. That. But yeah, a bunch of bonus features, you know, really great packaging behind this, interviews, film threesome, the making of all 3 Indiana Jones films. Yeah, only 3. It says film foursome, so they had to make it weird. Either way, we're getting a new one eventually. I don't know how to feel. I really don't. I only think there is one Indiana Jones, and that's Harrison Ford. And if they ever are going to do another movie, well, they shouldn't. It's not like a Ghostbusters where you can pass the torch and you shouldn't reboot it. Like, come on now. Just certain franchises just need to be left alone. Just leave them alone. They cemented their place in history. Leave them alone. So those are all the Blu-rays that I picked up, but I might as well just update you guys on the games that I collected over the past couple of weeks. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for another video, considering I left another one in my room. But yeah, those were all the Blu-rays that I picked up. Let me know what you guys think about any of the movies here. I'm NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.